All right, so ultimately, if you were to give this to any good developer, coder, programmer, and you showed them this file, even just as a flattened JPEG or a Photoshop file or a PDF, along with exporting what you have currently all sliced up, should be enough to get them going and really kind of get them in the right direction. But there is a way to make their life a little bit easier. If you want to make friends, this is how you do it. All right, so we've sliced up all these different areas, and what I want to do is I really want to fine tune what each of these slices are. Again, this is going to make more sense once we can actually export it and look at it inside of Dreamweaver or an HTML editor. So bear with us at this point. I'm going to go to the Slice Select tool. Now I know we could transform from the regular Slice tool to the Select tool just by clicking on the Command key. In this case, I just want to work with the Select tool because I want to do some different things in it. So I've got all these different things set out, called out specifically either for placement purposes or because of the type of the file that it is. This could be a ping or a GIF. This is going to be HTML text. This is going to be a bitmap. This is not going to have anything in it. So little things like that. So let's start with this area right here. It's just going to be blank. So as opposed to making it a graphic and making it be a file that has to be downloaded and that people have to load into their browser and it's going to take up space and slow down the speed time of the website, let's just make it HTML. So we can do that right here in Photoshop by double clicking on it. And you can see I get this pop-up here and it asks me some basic questions. I can do different things with it. So I can say, do I want it to be an image? No, I don't want it to be an image. I could then put text in that area, or I can say, what should the background color be? I can simply say white, or I can choose from the color picker exactly what I want this background color to be. Of course, I just want it to be white for right now, so select white and hit OK. For this area right here, this will be a graphic. I don't need to do anything yet as far as defining what type of graphic it is, but just know that what that is will be something that we'll get back to here in a little bit. Now, for this area right here, I want this to be all text. And then the programmer will be able to put this little kind of graphic in here, and they'll be able to put the search bar in as well. So we don't need to do anything with that yet. But for right now, I just want to copy this text that's in here. So I've selected this copy, hit Command C, and I'm going to come back to my Slice Select tool. And I'm going to select this whole area that we defined with our slice. And this time I'm going to say no image as well. But in this case, I want to just copy and paste that, or excuse me, just paste that text in that area there. So when the developer opens this up, they're going to see all this text, not stylized as pretty as it is here, but they're going to have all that text already in there where all they have to do is stylize it. So again, I'm going to choose my background type as being white and hit OK. And just to kind of come back to this part right here, because this is a graphic, I say this is an image, so I don't have to worry about a background color. It's going to show whatever I have chosen here. I don't need to define that background color, so that's the only reason I didn't do that there. Again, this will be a graphic here, not worried about that. All of this will be text, so I do want to copy this. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Now I have this as two separate text files or whatever layers, so I can't select everything at once. So I'm going to have to do this in two steps. So I'm going to say copy that, and I come back to my Slice Select tool. And because I chose this whole area here as a text area, whoops, I'm going to define the whole thing with the text. And again, I'll have to use CSS to define the amount of padding on the sides here and make sure it's centered and making sure that the text is justified as opposed to left justified or whatever. But that's all something that we can do in the style sheets. So because I can't come back and copy this while this box is still open, I can hit OK. It's going to save my information. And I can select the copy from this box down here, come back to my Slice Select tool, open it up, hit Return, and paste my copy in there. So this is another area where I will want to, because I say no image, I want to define some kind of a background color. It's either going to be transparent or I select a color. I want white. I hit OK. And I come down here. This is going to be a graphic, 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 but this will all be text and code. So I'm going to go ahead and select the copy. And it doesn't matter what font it is. That's all going to have to be defined once I get into the coding of it. So here I'm going to say no image, add my text, hit OK, and do this again here. Oops. Copy that. Double click with the Slice Select tool, add a little bit of space there. I think I grabbed too much. Either way, just recopy, so I'm not too worried about it. There we go. Okay, and then I could also come back and choose the Get Started text. That's going to come in as one big blob of text, so I don't have to be too specific. In fact, I can go ahead and just say learn more, I can type it in here. Now the one thing that's going to be different about this than all the other pages that we've done, or slice areas we've done so far, is I do not want the background here to be white. I want it to be this kind of gray slate blue color. So I'm going to choose Other from the background color there, and I can simply just come over and eyedrop that color, and you can see that it pulled it in there. It chose a hexadecimal color for it, so that's cool. Say OK. I see that it's defined there. I can always change it later, but again, that's good for right now. And I'm going to come down here, I'm going to do the same thing that I did up here. So I'm going to copy this text and choose my Slice Select tool. Because I defined this whole big green bar as one solid area, I'm going to say No Image, put my text in there, and I'll say Background Color, Other. I drop that green. Cool. And actually, let's go ahead and add the Get Started button. Alright, so for this one here, we're going to do the same thing we did. And again, this will not be able to be put into Photoshop as being a 3-column format, but if the developer has a kind of a proof sheet or a PDF or whatever of how this is supposed to look, they'll be able to handle that no problem. So I'll copy that menu item, choose this, say No Image, do my text. In fact, just while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and say Other Background Color. I drop that dark blue kind of purpley color. Hit OK, come back and do this. Again, same thing. The title is going to be a different color than the text, but that'll be something that the coder adds into it. I'll add that one in, and then one more to go here. I'll copy the more. Slice Select tool. Scroll down a little bit. And hit Paste. Cool, we are good to go on that one. So let's go ahead and go down here. Here we want No Image. Let's go ahead and just define a background color. So it's a little bit darker of a purple. Hit OK. In this case, we have a little bit of text in this column or this cell. So we'll open that up. We'll say No Image. Copy the text. Background. Choose that. Good. And we got this one, which will be a graphic, so we don't have to change anything. And then this one will be another blank spot, so we'll say No Image, Other, and then sample the color, and we should be good to go. Now, quick note, depending on how you save the graphic is going to depend on exactly how well the color matches a HTML color or hexadecimal color. So be careful on that. You do want to have, if you have like what we have here where we've got HTML color, HTML color, HTML color, and a graphic, just make sure this is a high enough res graphic so that it does match that kind of purpley blue as best it can.